My boyfriend ditched me for his Discord mods until his roommate said, "I'm taking you out." He finally took off his headset. Xavier texted me 30 minutes before our anniversary dinner. "Can't make it, babe. The boys need me for raids tonight." I stared at my phone in my brand new dress that cost half my paycheck. This was literally the third time he had stood me up for our anniversary, and I had enough this time. I immediately drove to his apartment because I wanted him to see exactly what he was choosing those dumb pixels over. The second I walked through the door, I could hear him screaming at his monitor. Then I heard a voice from the kitchen say, "Wow, that dress is way too nice for getting stood up." It was Hunter, Xavier's roommate who had moved in 6 months ago. He was pouring himself a glass of whiskey. Hunter looked showered and dressed like an actual adult. Meanwhile, Xavier was probably still in yesterday's clothes screaming at 12-year-olds online. Let me guess. The boys needed their tank for tonight's very important digital battle that definitely couldn't wait? He asked while getting another glass from the cabinet. I laughed bitterly. "You know how he is," I said, trying not to cry while Xavier's yelling echoed from his room. Hunter shook his head. "Listen, Jules, I've seen him ditch you for regular game nights before, but really? On your anniversary?" He actually looked angry for me, which was more emotion than Xavier knew how to show. "That's just messed up and you know it." He poured me a glass of wine from a bottle that cost more than Xavier had spent on me in months. We sat there drinking, and Hunter actually listened when I talked about work. "Wait, you got promoted to regional manager?" he asked excitedly. Xavier never mentioned that at all. That's huge. I realized my boyfriend didn't even know what my job actually was, but his roommate remembered every detail from our random kitchen conversations. "I told Xavier about the promotion 2 weeks ago," I said. "He just said cool and went back to his game." Hunter looked at me sincerely. "You deserve someone who throws you a party, not someone who can't look away from a screen." Something about the way he looked at me made my heart flutter. Hunter had been there for me more than my actual boyfriend just by answering the door when I showed up. "Hey Xavier, your girlfriend is here in a smoking hot dress," Hunter called out during a break in the shooting sounds, but Xavier just yelled back, "Tell her I'll be done in an hour." Hunter's face went dark, and he grabbed his car keys off the counter. "You know what? Forget waiting around for him. I'm taking you to that anniversary dinner myself," he announced loud enough for Xavier to hear over his game. The gaming sounds cut off completely, and Xavier's door flew open so hard it hit the wall. "What did you just say?" Xavier demanded while still wearing his stupid gaming headset with the mic flipped up. Hunter walked over and put his hand on my back. "I said I'm taking Jules to dinner since you're too busy playing games to treat her right," Hunter replied calmly. Xavier's face went red and he ripped off his headset while his friends' confused voices asked where he went. His hair was sticking up and he had Mountain Dew stains on his 3-day-old hoodie. "She's my girlfriend, so back off, dickhead," Xavier shouted, but Hunter just laughed. "Really? Because you've been treating her like she doesn't exist," Hunter shot back while grabbing his jacket and keys. Xavier grabbed my arm desperately and started rattling off promises about how he'd skip next week's session and plan something special. "I'll delete Discord right now. I'll sell my gaming PC," he said frantically while his friends kept calling his name through the abandoned headset. He looked pathetic standing there in his boxers with Cheeto dust on his fingers. "You literally only care because someone else wants to treat me right," I said. Xavier's mouth opened and closed like he was buffering. I was already walking toward the door with Hunter beside me. "Jules, please don't do this," Xavier called out. Xavier tried to follow us to the door, but his computer started pinging with Discord notifications. I saw his head turn toward his room like a trained dog.